What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for being here. Let's get going. 57.2 thousand is what we're at right now. Nice to see a little bit of a recovery, right? We've kind of got a double bottom look, sure. Daily time frame, we do have bullish divergence. This would allude to the idea that we would come back up to this 60K area. I would even assume that we could go as high as 62K. I don't think that we'll break above it. I would think that this move up begets another move down, and then that's probably our low. Perhaps we find our low at the end of this month. Perhaps it happens sooner than that. Maybe it goes into August of next, sorry, the next month of August. But at this point, I am expecting, because we are in a temporary downtrend here, that each low is just going to promote a lower low. Each high will just be a lower high, and until we see evidence that suggests otherwise, right? If we look at the weekly time frame, certainly this would this also has me convinced that we are going to go lower as well. Actually, to be fair, hold up now. Wait a second. Let's see how this week closes. Bouncing off the 40 area is actually a really nice look, right? We did this last time. We came from the overbought zone, bounced off the 40 area. Hold on, guys. Had to clear my throat, man. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've tried so many things, man, and I appreciate everybody in the comments for giving me recommendations too. But let's get back to the task at hand here. Bounce off the 40. And that was during our last consolidation phase, right? And we're in a consolidation phase right now, right? We actually bounced off the 40 on our second low. Low, low. It wasn't a lower low, it was a tied low, but low, low. This is our second low. So, hey, maybe we're at the bottom. Maybe. It could be. I mean, we're right at the points of the previous all-time highs. We're right in that area where finding support would make sense. If we look at the price for what it's worth, though, from a low point to a high point here, we didn't even hit the 1272, and I would normally expect that you do that. So I'm not completely convinced. I'll be convinced that this is the low. What it would have to take is for us to break above 62K. Now, not wick above it. Wicking above it would get me a little bit excited, I'm not going to lie, because it's pretty hard to do whenever you're down in this range. But closing above it on a weekly, multi-day basis, if we can close above 62K, that's the low, guys. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. We could close above 62K and then get back below 62K. We're probably going to find a higher low at around the 886 or the 100 area, right? I doubt we'd go lower than this low here. But what it would take for me to be convinced of that is to break above 62K. I do think the price is going lower, inevitably. Personally, that's my position right now until I see evidence in the charts to change that opinion. But, I'm definitely planning on buying some crypto this upcoming week. I mean, like, really, I was going to buy some today, but I'm gonna buy some more tomorrow, I believe. And I'll let you guys know which ones I'm going to buy. I might watch some of my videos today. I actually think I've got an unsuspected victim that I actually might be purchasing that I'm surprised. I'm a little bit flabbergasted by it. But anyways, I guess the goal to beat is 62K. If not, if we can't break above there, if we don't even reach up for there, right? The technical bullish divergence, gosh darn it, come on now. This bullish divergence on the daily that we have here, right, would only call for a move, right? It could be fulfilled if we move up to about 60K. We don't have to move past 60K or 61K even, right? But if we can break above 62K, that low looks a lot more convincing. If not, 53K, just below 53K, even down to 48.6K becomes our target zone. And that will likely be where we find support and continue to move up. And this 1618, the golden extension, by the way, right? This is our golden extension. It would probably take us down to our oversold zone in the RSI, which is an area that we've held as support several times. We get into it sometimes too, but this is actually in the bear market, right? We're in the bull market, or coming toward the bull market. Yeah, this is actually the end of the bear market right here. It was November of 2022. That's where we bounced off. I mean, being that we're in a bull market, I don't know if we would actually go into the oversold zone, right? March 2020, we were in the bull market. This was the COVID drop, and we didn't really even dip into the oversold zone that much. Let's go BTC USD on the index. 2017, I mean, not at all. We didn't even, this is our parabolic cycle. We didn't even get up there, you know, but I'm just saying it's not common to get into the oversold zone during the bull market. So going to it, finding support there, that much I could see, but getting into the oversold zone, I don't see that happening as much. So, yeah. Oh, and then also low to high here. The 1618 lines up very well with this previous, right? That line's covering the 1618, the golden ratio, right? The golden extension, perfectly with the resistance point that we had here in this previous consolidation phase. Perfectly with that resistance point here. We even closed at it here for support, bounced right off. So 48.6K, 49K, whatever, that area is also a very strong support. So if we do happen to slip and go lower, that would be the lowest that I would expect. And absolutely, we could be in the middle of a bat pattern, a bullish bat pattern actually, which is a bullish pattern, but that would probably take us lower. That'd probably take us, what would it take us to? Hold on. It would take us all the way down. I know, there's a lot of lines, I know. Don't let it scare you. At a minimum, that area that I was talking about, okay, 40, that would be the minimum if it is a bullish bat pattern. But we could go as low as 41.6K all the way down there. We really could. And that wouldn't mean the bull market's over. I want to actually put a circle down there, okay? If we were to go down to this area, which is at the 227 to the 886, right? That's where it would be. Let's just assume it was by August, whatever, somewhere in this time frame. We'll put a bubble right there, and then I'll delete all the nonsense, all the noise. It's not nonsense, but it's noise. And then we can zoom out and just look at this for what it is, okay? The bull market's not over, right? You've got your low here to end the bear market. You've got a higher low here. Come on now, higher low there. You've got another higher low here. This would just be another higher low. It's not the most perfectly straight line. Maybe it happens earlier, who knows, but like it wouldn't be a bad thing, right? It's still fine. We're still holding structure. We'd even be at the low points of this previous consolidation phase. People might start to say, we're in a head and shoulders pattern, the bull market's over, and that's when we start to take off. I'm just saying, even in our worst nightmares, going down to around 40K itself, we are fine. That would be actually a very good entry point to this overall bullish pattern, which is called the bullish bat. You can look it up, harmonics. That's literally what it is, based off fibs. If you don't know how to use fibs, it might confuse you, so don't even worry about it. But it would essentially look like that. It's like an M pattern. But I'm not actually convinced that we go down there. I think it has that look, and actually it's pretty damn perfect for that right now. But there are higher targets than that even. And right now, as of right now, I'm calling for a move up. We're at 57.2K. I'm calling for a move up to around $60,000 to $62,000. Okay, if we don't even get there and we start to move lower, okay, then our next target area would be anywhere from about 53K to 48.6K. If we break 48.6K, then we can start talking about these numbers. But until then, I'm not concerned about it. I don't think it's going to happen. And even if it does happen, I'm still not concerned about it. But because that would just look right. Like that's just connect the dots. Hold on, let me try to connect them a little bit better. I don't know. That's maybe I can get a straight line in there, not draw it myself, so it doesn't look like I'm cherry picking it. Right? I don't know. It's not the most perfect thing in the world, but it still looks fine in my opinion. So. And in fact, oftentimes, whenever Bitcoin breaks these diagonal lines, that's when we find our low, and that's when we move up. Everybody's like, oh, it's over. We broke this trend line that nobody really cares about. We just think we care about it, and then boom, we move up. I'll show you. I'll see if I can find an example. Hey, right here, right? Perfect example, right here. Low point there, low point there. You broke the trend line. Oh, no. We're going to zero. You maybe had it here. We broke the trend line. Oh no, we're going to zero. The bull market's over. It wasn't over. You know, we had a higher low. It did break structure. It wasn't even the most perfect looking thing, but the bull market was not over. You know what I mean? So let alone something that actually looks pretty good. You know, so I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not calling for that now. I'm just making you aware of it. What I am calling for again is a 60K to 62K move up from here, and then back down to around 53K to 48.6K. And that's all I got to say. So hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I appreciate everybody for being here. Take it easy. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.